All right. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? How are we doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Power Belly, 30 months of subbing, making 19 months of subbing. Thank y'all so much. How is everyone? Quixotic Fox, 11 months of subbing. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. A new nib has been created. We are building things here. We're building nibs. See link above. There is a link. There is a link. Good morning. Good morning. Tony, 32 months of sub. 32 months. Naperville, 11 months of subbing. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we'll pull that link up in a second. I got that hanging out here. How are you? I'm pretty good. Been a pretty good morning. Been a pretty good mood. Kind of bouncing around the house. Got a lot of things doing. A lot of little things. Um, Getting them done, like checking them off the list to kind of get you going, get you going, get you going. Hey, Urban, what's up? Windy day in the ATL. Huh, Greg? Yeah, we got a little front moving through here more momentarily. Molly with the host. Thank you, Molly. Appreciate you. Yeah, so we're doing the hot cold thing here down in the south. So Galantium, get some sleep. Coffee will only take you so far. Only take you so far. Good morning, Foolish Fox. Welcome. I have a new job and a new pen. What great pairing that is. What a great pairing we have. Good morning, Tainted Crimson. Good morning, pen friends. So, yeah, how we doing this morning? Um, I was really close to streaming yesterday. I missed y'all so much yesterday. I don't know what it was. I was like, I'm gonna turn on the stream. I'm gonna turn on the stream. I'm gonna turn on the stream. I was like, I need to not turn on the stream because I need to just go do the work that I need to get done and be done with it. So yeah, Miss G's Crafties, thanks for the host. I shipped everyone's goods except Miss G's Crafties from last week. So anyone that won any any giveaways, and then I came back today to my desk yesterday and found this. So I still owe you this stuff. Um, it is now in a place where it will likely be forgotten once again. Once again, there you go. Got to bounce at 10:30, so front load all the good content. That's not going to happen. Like the best content will be the micro tip pins that I'm going to break out, and you'll be gone by then. I bet. I bet. We'll see. Because we got several little small unboxings to do here, but I want to talk about this kit I'm putting together for a friend. Well, not really a friend, an acquaintance. So it's a long story, and you will miss it, which is great. Good morning, Jeannie. Glad you remembered to drop in on the giveaway today, so we should do that. We should talk about the giveaway for a second. Do I have these buttons? Look at that. Fancy button. Kokuyo Jibun Techo A5 Days 2020 Diary giveaway. This is the big one. This is the big planner. Like, this is the big ultra planner. If you're a planner, this is the planner's planner right here. I did miss you, Molly. I did. Why Studio Classic and Blue? What are y'all talking about? Oh, the new pen? Oh, dang. I don't even have one of those yet, Foolish Fox. I got to get one of those. I'm working on those. What is the white lead holder you are posting on Instagram? What is the white lead holder you are posting on Instagram? I guess I will be pulling that up. So go over to penaddict.com. Brad, do you have any brass talons? I might have some spa blue ones. What you want? What is the white lead holder? The only white lead holder I know of that I have is the Karen Dash one. Is that what you're talking about? Like, is this recent? I don't recall posting anything recent on here. Oh, this one. Yeah. Karen Dash fixed pencil. This is the opposite of that one. So there was two in this set. That one's white. The one in the Instagram picture is white with black lines, and this one's black with white lines. Rattler Jen, you hadn't missed much yet. So, yeah. So this is the lead holder. 2mm lead, built-in sharpener in the back. You know, it's got the little, you can see in there, it's got the little thing. So my favorite lead holder. So yeah, that was that white one. And what I was saying, my point I was making is the way that these tips wear. You're never going to use this as like a pointy tip pencil, right? So this wears down completely evenly, like as long as you're writing with it and stuff like that. So That was the purpose of that picture of this picture. How heavy is this? It's light. So that's the purpose of this picture, was to show that as you use it, like the point just stays like that, right? Yeah, you can obviously, you can like, you can shape the lead however you want, but if you're just writing and if you keep turning, like it just builds this point that never really changes. So it's cool. It's the Caran Dash fixed pencil is one of my favorite products, period. Like across all categories of pen or pencil. It's that good. And you can get some just basic ones now. Like this was a limited edition one that I bought. You can get the basic ones now, like, the basic I don't know, I think they have black, red, blue, green, stuff like that. So and they're like $20, and then the limited edition ones are like 40 something dollars. So yeah. It's cool. They're really great. So there you go. One Dog Night, 24 months. I swear your sub just came up last week and you did it, and here it is again. I like it. Whatever you're on, I'll take. I appreciate that. So back to the giveaway. This is the planner's planner right here, the G-Boon Techo. This is like the big deal planner for like the hardcore planners. So check that out if you're interested. Giveaway just opened up this morning, so it'll run through Friday night. Check that out. 2 years of subbing. Nice. All right, so this is, as the kids say, redonkulous, except they don't really say that anymore. So what did we have here? Nib Lab, a new weird nib idea, a name courtesy of Alice Cars Spotting. I like that name. Big, broad, and ridiculous, and I love it. Couple more tests and it'll be available for orders. So let's see what we have here. So we have a huge... What we have here is Borking. I didn't hear anything outside. All the windows open, so he must have heard something. So Toby he was laying next to me and he just bolted. I didn't hear anyone. All right, so what do we have for a base here? Let's see. I need a side view here. Do we have a side view? All right, so it's like a triple stack. I don't even know what's going on here. Triple stack, ultra wide marker tip. Brad, when I get your email about who won the giveaways in Pen Addict, it always shows I had 0 entries when I'm sure I entered the giveaway. Email me with... See, I can't audit people's email. Email me with the email you sent, and I'll see if I can look. The problem is, when you enter, if you don't have third-party cookies enabled, you need to do that. Or if you have multiple Gleam accounts, you need to make sure you're logged into the right Gleam account. Someone was saying every time I see it, it's 0. Every time I see it, it's 0. Well, they had 2 Gleam accounts, or they were logging in with a different email or something like that. It was just something like that. But email me. I'll take a look and see if they're in there. There are 4 nibs. 1, 2. Yeah, this is like an alien. But Greg, just email me and we'll look at it. This is like some Alien versus Predator nib, right? I think we need to... This is the Alien versus Predator. What is that middle nib with the 4 tines? Is that like some music nibs? Music nib thing? My dog marked a male person and Stoby started barking. Maybe they're physically linked. Maybe. They said we will make a felt tip marker out of nibs and you will buy it. It's 2 nibs side by side. I see. So do they cut those nibs in half to put them next to each other like that? This hurts my brain. That looks like it's going to eat your face. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a parasite. Whew. It's 3 nibs in a trench coat. I like that. Ooh, sorry. That is wild. So like, hey, during lunch meet. So this is the thing. This is why I don't. This is why I haven't gone down this route yet. Number one, this I would never do this. This is like crazy. But for all of this work, right? That's fascinating. I would never use it for this, the backside, the flip over nib. I would never use that big of a nib to flip over. Like that's not a bonus for me. I would be buying this. Give me the big thing here. I would never like. Okay, it's an option. Yeah, I get that. Hydrate. I didn't bring the hydration fluid today. I will use it all the time, but I write on A3 and A2. Yeah. Andrew has a standing desk just for writing. Mine is in an Enso XS. It's hilarious. This nib. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, okay. Your Cobra. I see. I was looking at the... Still. I just buy a Sharpie. Yeah. It's safer not to get into them. Yeah. Like I wouldn't even buy this to experiment in because I know I wouldn't enjoy it, but I get it. Like I will find something for me. But this is mind-boggling. This is mind-boggling to me. Like, maybe it's like from Stranger Things or something. It's a Demogorgon. That's wild. I love it. Thanks for sharing this. Do I follow NibLab? I don't know if I do or not. I do. All right. All right. Okay, now we're talking. Like, I can get down with something like these. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. We're just going to look at nibs for a minute. I live vicariously through Mike Stack nib exploration. Yeah, same here, Galantium. Same here. That was Andrew's fault, though. Like, now I can get down with this. If the fine line is my main orientation of the pen, then I can flip it for the brush side. That's what I'm talking about right here. Right? So this is, well, maybe that is the brush side at the bottom. I'm all confused on the orientation. Hey, at least Ink Farts likes it. So we have that. We have that going for it. Yeah, that's too big. Yeah, that's too big. All right, cool. All right, that's that stuff. Yeah, Ink Farts and Slack. Slack is full. Definitely. Toby, did you find the culprit? Who was it? You don't know? Because there was nothing there. You're hearing things. Shh. Yeah, Toby's back. Whew. So yeah, EF on the regular, paintbrush on the backside. Yeah. Like if I ever do it, it's going to have to be, my orientation is going to have to be my main writing style, something fine on the bottom. And then if even I reverse it, brush. But I just don't know that I would, right? So it's cool. Yeah, that's Evan. I would have passed on that too. What can I do with an EF pilot nib? I mean, you're getting into needles. You're getting into I don't even know if you can do what's the Sabi Togi? Can you do Sabi Togi on an EF? I mean, is that already too small? Like you can pretty much take that to a needlepoint. Like you're not going to get anything like super wild on that. Morning, Jesse. I use a Sailor Fude pen and it's a bit weird to use it reverse for most of the time. Micro Architect, and that's even a maybe, right? Like you probably can, but that's even a maybe. I mean, anything that I start with like a Japanese EF usually just turns into something EFer, right? Yeah, can you do a Sabi Togi with a Pilot EF nib? Is it big enough to make it smaller? Does that make sense? Is a Pilot EF nib big enough to do that? A needlepoint is a Sabi Togi. See, I've felt when I sat with Nagahara, I tested the Sabi Togi and I did not like it, and I just went with a straight needlepoint. They were completely different to me. You need more? Yeah, like EF would be too small. When I tried the Sabi Togi, it was like super angle dependent, super scratchy. Like it just came down almost to like an upside down pyramid, right? It was morning all rip my notifications. Yeah, no doubt. So like I tested it out and like it was a quick decision. That was an easy, when I tested the Sabi Togi, it was an easy no for me. As someone who likes that really fine micro writing, which we're going to talk about today, needle is fantastic. Needle I can write all day long with. Sabi Togi would drive me crazy. So you're probably going to, like with a Pilot EF, you would probably have to make it a needlepoint. But again, that was just one test that I did, you know. But that was sitting in front of Nagahara at the San Francisco Pen Show when we were deciding what to do with one of my Sailor pens. I have 3 pens inked. One is a needlepoint, the other is UEF. I don't think I have my finest of fine pens. I think I have a EF Nakaya nib. I think it's the finest I've got right now. I probably need to ink up some finer nibs. Yeah, thank you, Nib Taylor. You change the ink flow channel and shape it into a sharp beak. It's not a needlepoint. That's exactly what I tested out. And I said no. Yep. So that's what I have in my head, that beak shape underneath the nib, and it just didn't work for me as someone who loves needlepoints. So there you go. All right. Let's do some unboxings because I want to show y'all what I did for an online acquaintance, or what I'm doing for them as far as building them a pen kit. But I got these other boxes I need to go through first. So you're just gonna have to be tortured for a minute. First thing we got to do is we got to get these stamps out. My stamps came quickly, right? Y'all remember that the USPS Etsy. Wow, too many acronyms. USPS eBay shop said they were closed. Everything's already here. So fine is as fine as pens should be. I mean, you're just so far from the page stretch, you can't see them. Like, so you need a larger nib just because you can't see that far away from the page, right? Like, it makes sense for you. You're much further from the page than the rest of us. You need special glasses. The way I hold my pen, righty side writer, stubs work like architects. I wonder if architects would work like stubs. Yes, generally speaking. You probably need to get like a little bit of a softer architect. Like I would, if I was looking for that, I would want to sit with someone to say, hey, this is the angle. In general, the idea is yes. All right. Let's see, what do we have here? Let me just scooch this stuff. I haven't looked at these yet. All right, so there's my added ounce ones. Oh, man, these are way smaller than I thought they would be. I thought it'd be like the huge sheet. I mean, they're still really cool, right? But, like, this is the same size page as the added ounce. I thought this would be like the big sheet, like almost the A5 size sheet of them. But it's still cool. I mean, they're just like normal size stamp shape. I love the amount of waste the Postal Service has individually packing all this stuff. Like, all right, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4. I bought 6 sheets of added ounce. Why can't 6 sheets go in one of these things? Like, the amount of waste for sending me this is astronomical. That's wild. Turn them into things? Yeah, I should probably keep the, I could keep the cardboard. That would be good, white gel pen, stuff. Yeah, so I got 2 sheets of these, 3 sheets of these. All right. Oh, these look funny upside down. They almost work upside down too. That's a little more creepier. I should put them on the, Brad, let's get back to the Brass Town. Nah, they're almost gone. So I might just put some of these upside down on the letter because I think they look funny. So like one set this way, one set this way. I think it's the same stamp, just two different orientation. Just it's fun when you mix them up. All right, then we got the droids. I mean, IG-11 is great, right? So is K250. I like those side movie. Oh, I should have worn my Gonk shirt today. I have my Gonk shirt that I got from Rich Stevens, Diesel Sweeties. I'm actually wearing the Tosh Station power converter shirt today. So, I want to go to the Tosh Station and pick up some power converters. Whiny Luke. Uncle Owen, I want to go to the Tosh Station and pick up some power converters. So yeah, I'll wear my Gonk shirt one day. Oh, these are all good droids. Dio. Chopper. I don't know Chopper. Where's Chopper from? So yeah, cool. Got those. And then what? As great as the Day of the Dead stamps are, I think we have our winner. This is more what I expected from the Day of the Dead. The Raven story, the Native American artwork, carving. I don't know if you can see it in these. Chopper was from Rebels? Okay. Okay, see, I don't know Chopper. These have like foil stamping on here. These are the best. This is my favorite one so far. Yeah, out of these, I did good on these. So yeah, cool. Very Pacific Northwest. I'd have to pull back up the copy on these to see like all the story about it. But I remember when they came out about the artist that was creating them. But yeah, that's awesome. These are my favorites out of this batch. Like I wanted the Day of the Dead ones to be like this size, right? Like I thought these were gonna be like this, like just a bigger. But it's cool. It is what it is. All right. These all go in the stamp drawer. The Raven Steals the Sun. Is that good or bad? So I could just get 2-ounce stamps, but they're not fun as fun as having like a real stamp and then just doing an added ounce for the weight of the envelopes that I send. Man, I thought something was falling on my head there. Did y'all see me flinch? All right. Next up. Any guesses? Any guesses? It's the tape. The tape should help you. The tape should help you determine where this came from. Not spoke stuff, but Brian does use these boxes when he sends me stuff. But we're not yellow. We're blue. We would use blue tape. Prawn. Who is Max? I don't know you, Max. I don't know who Max is. Does that help? I mean, this should tell you right here. But does that help? CWPE, that is correct, finally. I don't know you, Max. Who's Max? Max must be a new late hire. Max is a packing supplier. All right, so we got 2 things I really wanted to get. Well, one thing I really wanted to get, which was this. This is the editor pencil. This is my favorite, one of my favorite pencils, period. because there's no tab here. Oh, there it is. So is this a dozen or is this 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a dozen. Whoops. So here. So this is the editor pencil. So what I like about these, there's two things that make this the pencil for me. Well, there's actually more than two things. So I really like the combo pencil, right? A lot of them are red on one side, blue on the other side. And the Japanese companies that make these, they will do actually different percentages. Like this is a 50-50 percentage, right? Half red, half blue. You can get some like 75 red, 25 blues. If you look at some of the Japanese ones, you know, they're different lengths, and the paint will dictate that. You'll see it. You'll see like a shorter, longer version. So these are 50-50. The problem with a lot of those is that either the red or the blue, or the red and the blue, have a colored pencil lead that is very dull, right? It doesn't feel like a pencil. It's very clay based, which is what, colored pencils are. These definitely have some of that, but they feel more like a graphite. They feel more like a red graphite core, so they're enjoyable to use. The kicker, as Headful of Ideas is getting to, this is a traditional like HB pencil core, which not a lot of this type of pencil have. Caran d'Ache makes some, but most of the Japanese brands are blue and red. So, and this core, this Caran d'Ache core, is really strong and durable. Does it say exactly what it is? I think it's just the stock HB, but it's a very firm, dark lead. So it's just the perfect setup for kind of a best of both worlds situation, where both sides are kind of the best of that particular side, right? You're not buying the combo pen saying, oh, this red is trash, but the blue is pretty good, so I just end up using the blue. This one is like, I will use both sides equally. So this is a great product sketching pen, great design pen, a great note-taking pencil, I should say, pencil. Blue because it's on photo, yeah, definitely. And then there's different levels of blue, like quality. So this one I just find to be extremely consistent for non-artwork, right? Like these are the ones. I Am the Follows ordered those yesterday. Yeah, these are great. So I just find these to be the best combo pencil out there. So I wanted to order a dozen of these. I think I had like 2 or 3 of these already that I split up. And yeah, these are, I just think they're great. I think these are fantastic pencils. Any recommendations on a pencil lead hold or something for 09? You can get a lot of standard pencils in a 0.9, like the Pentel Sharp comes in a 0.9. A lot of the classic design pencils come in a 0.9. Looks like Blick sells them under the bicolor moniker. Is that a Caran d'Ache brand, sub-brand? Red and pencil, yellow and pencil, red and blue. The graphite highlighter one, I just have one of those. I didn't like it as much for like how I use them. But yeah, those are super cool. Rattler Gin non-photo means if I take a blue non-photo lead and do my artwork like this with all my line work and then put it in a copier, and you won't see those lines appear. So like you would do like your base underlying artwork, right, in the blue non-photo, do your ink work over it, copy it, the blue won't show up. So it's basically like a tracing. Meeting time, peace. Caran d'Ache sell the pencils under their own brand. Graphicolor, bicolor. Yeah, lots of architects, engineering, comic artists, sketch artists, drawing. Like it's a very popular way, especially before like digital digital forms of writing. Allowed you to like have kind of like a baseline or an idea before you put down your permanent inks was the goal. You could have something underneath that wouldn't be visible when you photocopied it. Yeah, Pentel Graph Gear has an 09. All right, then I bought, this was on a whim purchase because it wasn't actually, for craft design and technology, this product wasn't like stupidly priced. So what CDT does, they're a big Pentel customer in that they work with Pentel as the base product, and then they come in and do their CDTing of the thing. So you'll see a lot of this mint green on their packaging. They have a lot of different Pentel type products. And this one, they didn't do the green on the pencil, but they took the Pentel Carry and made it into a CDTized product. So it has a white end barrel and a silver cap, and then CDT logo on here. And then, yeah, so there's a white barrel. So it's just a really good, clean design. And a pencil that I love. So this is really neat. So I hadn't seen this before. So when I went to go get these pencils, I got marketed to. No, I'm just kidding. I went through the site a bunch. So this is a great kind of like color combination. I like it. It's really, really sharp. Usually they charge an ultra premium when Craft Design Technologies gets a hold of it, like almost double. I've seen some of it, it seems like they've been double the price, and it just makes it like it's still the underlying product, right? So it makes it a little bit outrageous. This one was like 25% more. So the carries normally run like 19, 20 bucks. I think this was around 25, 26 bucks. So that's the premium you pay for the CDT-ization of the pencil. But you'll only get this colorway if CDT gets their hands on it. So that's where this came from. So there you go. That was my final purchases from CWP. Sad day. All right, next up. Oh, I know what's next. Sold. Yeah. If it was $40, like I would not have been surprised to see that for $40 or like 35. I would not have bought it because CDT drives me crazy with some of this stuff. Like I like it. I like what they do. I have an limit. I have my limits. I definitely do. Is there equivalent to a 0.9 in nib size for fountain pens? What would y'all say? That's definitely probably a medium. For the end of the year episodes, would be cool to have an in memory of section. Yeah, as long as I could make it not sad. As long as I could make it not sad. We could do a Jim Carroll song, right? If we could do a Jim Carroll song for that, then we'd be all right. All right. Let's see what we got here. I know what we got here. This is something for me and something for Kinetic members that I ordered. Dun dun dun. Y'all know that logo yet? If If you're a Pen Addict member and you read the newsletter this week, you know what this is. I can't even get that under there. I don't have an over the head cam. No, it's a plotter. How do you open this? So I ordered with the launch of the Plotter USA site. I ordered a. Hang on, let me just kind of unbox this here off my desk. I ordered some stuff mainly to give away to Pen Addict members. I thought it'd be cool to give away like a setup to someone just for fun. So I ordered something for Pen Addict members. The winner will be picked this weekend. So first up, let's talk about what I ordered myself. I ordered myself the 4mm dot grid pad. This is the one that you fold up accordion style into the A5 notebook planner here, right? So it clips in here. How do you enter? It's in the Pen Addict members newsletter. So this will fold in, will clip in here, and then you kind of accordion fold the rest of the pad. We'll experiment at this one day. This does a better job of sharing it. So I got this for me to test out. So it's got this full length page, A4 size page, and then you just kind of fold it into to fit into the A5. So yeah, you can see how it just kind of accordion folds there into there. So I got this for me to play around with, so I can test. I'm going to test that out in here. I thought you made fun of that. Well, no, I was confused by it. Like, I'll make fun of things and then try them to see if they work. Like, I think, like, is trying to, like, figure out how does this work, right? So I talked to Plotter. I had my exit interview with them about the testing that I was doing, and they blew my mind with one thing. This one thing will blow your mind about the Plotter system. So one of my big complaints, not the complaint, it's not a complaint, but like I want a slightly bigger loops, slightly bigger rings in here, right? Just not to hold like a ton of paper, but I'm looking for like the stability. And they said, you know what some people do, Brad? They said some people just take the pad, write on the pad at their desk, then put it in the notebook. And I thought about that for a second. I was like, that's pretty smart. Because the other thing, like I don't use this when I'm working if I have my laptop in front of me, because I'll have this folded open, right? But I really only need this much space to, like if I have my laptop open, this is what I need for notes. Well, I can take the notes here first because they're already in. Like it's a fixed pad. It is glue bound. The glue annoys me on here. So I can take my notes here, pull it off, and then put it in there. I was like, that's pretty smart. I didn't think of it that way. I probably will never use it that way, because what I was saying is I would do this, I would open it up, take my sheet out, close this, put it away, and then have my sheet. And they were like, well, do it backwards. Keep your pad as is. Use it on your desk because it gives you the space. Yeah, you'd have to kind of have it set at the desk, right? It's not, that wouldn't be as portable, right? It would be more of a desk usage case. So use it here and then store it here almost. So anyway, something to think about. Okay, so what I bought to give away was the gray. So I have the orange pebble one. I wasn't going to give y'all the same color that I got. That would be weird. We don't need to be twins. So I got y'all the gray one to give away to someone, which looks pretty cool. The rings got really loose and didn't close all the way. So you've had like a Toasty, you had like a what do you call it? Like a return, like a replacement return, a warranty claim. Warranty claim. Hey, Killer Sheep. So, yeah, an RMA. So I got y'all this gray one that I'm giving away. So this is the A5 cover. And this, I forget if the gray has a name. I think it might just be gray. The same kind of pebbled cover. And then one each of the plain pads and the 2mm grid pads. So that'll be your inserts. And then the pin holder lifter. So this is your divider that has the pin holder like I have on mine here. So this is kind of like the starter kit that I'm giving away to Pin Addict members this week. So it's got the plane, the grid, the lifter, and then the cover. So there you go. Santini's 18K number 8 nib is up on their store. How much is that? That sounds like it's expensive. So yeah, there you go. That's the plotter. Ooh, that smells good. That is the plotter system that I'm giving away this week. Let's see. How do I want to do this? And then I got the A4 I got the A4 pad for myself to test out. I have not seen the Gilded Edge notepad. That would be cool. I would try that. Full ebonite pen with piston. Let's put a link into that. I'm just curious. All right, so all of this goes together. So some Pin Addict member will win that this weekend. All right, let's look at this real quick, and then we'll open the last box, which is the title of the stream today, is how I put together a pen kit, a mini pen kit for someone that's wanting to test out. Let's see here. I'm curious what this is. Stop moving. Oh, and I'll look at that too. Giant male ebonite. Really? Do we have a translation issue here, or are we just going with giant male ebonite? Like, I'm done already. Like, I'm not going to be able to focus on this now. Anyone? I'm open to explanations. Machine translation. What would be the word that they're trying to translate there? Do we have an Italian version of the site? Let's see. Giant male ebonite. I'm putting this in Google Translate. This is whose idea was this? What I can't even blame y'all. I asked to see this. That's not what I expected. The landing page was going to bring to me. All right, let's look at this giant male ebonite. That is a big nib. That is a nice ebonite. The swirls are interesting. That the barrel piece is very different pattern than the cap piece. Like I'm okay with that. Like I'm cool with that. I'm not sure a lot of people will be cool with that. I think the cap ring is fine. I think the grip section ring is not. I don't know why you. Does anyone have a pen with a, like, I'm not talking about a metal section. Does anyone have a pen with this large of a ring in the grip section? I haven't seen anything like this before right here. You think it means big bad ebonite? Okay. Big bad ebonite at least makes some sense. All right. Giant male ebonite. Yeah, I'm a, like, aesthetically, like in pictures, man, oh man, that looks cool, right? But then you get it and it's like, wait a minute, I'm touching this all the time. Like that's where my fingers go when I write. Is that the decision you wanted to make? I don't know. We'll see. It looks freaking fantastic. I have no problem with the cap band. That brass ring thing is actually pretty cool. I don't disagree. I just don't know that I want it where I'm writing. Like it would just get slick all the time, right? If you're gonna do that, I'd rather just give me some double ring thing up here in the barrel or something. I don't know. It's pretty. This is a really pretty pen. And it's a piston filler, right? Is there a different color? So, for a piston filler with this big of a nib, that's a pretty good price. Like, that's a pretty good price, wouldn't you say? Is that a piston filler? Piston filler, number 8 size, 18 karat nib. Toby, chill. Made of solids, rings, hand enameled rings made of solid sterling silver. That seems cheap. Like, this isn't my type of pen. That seems like a pretty reasonable price, or am I drunk? Like, for what this is, if you're into this type of thing, that's a very fair price. I like it. I like it. I'm wondering how the piston filling system, reasonable but not cheap, yeah. It's fairly priced. I think it's even maybe underpriced. But cheap is not the word. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like if that was my thing, and I was in that market to spend that much on a pen, seems reasonable. I'd be interested to see what other people think about the filling system, though. What else do they have? Whoa. Is this an Omos brand? Who is Santini? The piston knob doesn't screw out, it ratchets. Okay, look, little less premium, but okay. Is there some Omos flavor in this brand? Is there some Omos DNA? Because this looks like an Omos, right? I mean, you can tell it's not an Omos, but at first glance, you'd go, Omos. Oh, no, not an Omos, but like it's pretty dang close. Who is Santini? These pens seem reasonably priced. I mean, beside the fact that they're crazy expensive, but they seem correctly priced, which I'm pretty shocked. See, this band is higher than that one where that was in the grip section. When getting into fountain pens, did you immediately fall in love with the swirly acrylic barrel designs, or did you get some time to appreciate them? I like my Lamis, and for sure I'll get a Kaweco, but not a fan of those designs. That yeah, it took forever. Like I didn't get into that type of stuff till much later, and now I'm like good. Like I have what I want in there. Now I'm kind of almost reeling it back into like just more standard solids and things. Y'all have me intrigued about this brand. I'm intrigued. We started more than 20 years ago under a different brand, and now we're approaching the market with our own products. Interesting. Yeah, like it's not necessarily like my style. Like big, bold Italian pens are not necessarily my style. Like I don't need, Tutankhamun or the Tour Eiffel but what about Carthago? Like that's kind of fresh. This page isn't pulling up. Like, that's some classic Italian style that I could get behind right there, right? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I've heard the name of the brand, but I haven't really explored them at all. Something to think about. What, buddy? They have a lot of pens. Are they making all these in-house? 100% made in Italy, from the processing of raw material to the manufacturing of the finished project. We take care of every single step at our workshops. The most sophisticated computer technology combined with incredible manual skills to give you a unique and exclusive product. That seems pretty cool. Interesting. All right, Santini. They are on my radar. Thank you. I'd heard of them before. 2mm grid notepad. So what is this? Oh, is this the gilded edge one? Is that what you were saying, Toasty Treat? Foiled edges. Oh, there it is. Nice. No, I've totally missed that. I thought I ordered the drawing paper for me as well. Has anyone tried the drawing paper? Yeah, gilded. I thought I ordered the drawing paper for me to test along with the A4 fold-out sheet. So yeah, I totally missed that. That's cool. That would look good in some of the planners. Very cool. All right, let me get to this last box because I'm not going to be able to go like 3 hours today. All right. Story time. This is not a very interesting story, but I want to tell you why I did this. So, that one designed to write on, then add to your plotter. That makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. So, I followed this guy online since the late 90s. His name's Kevin Goldstein. He is a baseball guy, right? Is Chris Hokinson in here, by the way? Chris probably knows who Kevin Goldstein is. Anyway, I've followed him since the late 90s. He started like in the late 90s with a minor league newsletter. So he's old like me. Hey, what's up, Bruce? Hey, I got your email. I need to reply to it. I did get it, though. I just haven't replied yet. So then he had probably the best podcast that I've ever listened to called Up and In. It ran about 100 episodes until him and his podcast partner eventually got hired by major league teams. So it's actually, like in baseball circles, it's like a famous podcast. Sorry. This is some good popping today. So I followed his work for a long time. Then he went and worked for the Astros for like 8 years. He was around when they were cheating, but he wasn't involved. He was exonerated from all that. So anyway, he now works for a site. Yeah, I mean, look, it's the big ones. I'm popping them. He works for a site called Fangraphs now, which is like the baseball stat site online. And I've traded emails with him over the years from his old podcast. When him and his other podcast partner would go out and scout, they were talking about bringing notebooks and pens. So I'd email them in, and then like they talked about like, did they take anything in particular to go scout with, right? Like I'd email them and ask them. Just like we'd get listener questions on the Pen Addict podcast, and they answered it. And so I've just followed Kevin for years. And so Giants got screwed. I don't know that they would have won. That was a tough call, but I don't know that they would have won anyway. So he was his current position with Fangraphs. I was following him on Twitter it was one of the Astros Red Sox games. He posted a picture of his scorebook. So he was at home watching the game, keeping score. So I don't know, y'all may have heard me talk about keeping score with the scorebook before. And I could see his handwriting. And he was using like a very tiny gel ink pen. So I tweeted at him. I was like, hey, what pen is that? Because it looks small. And he's like, I can only use 0.38 millimeters or finer. If there was a 0.25, I would be in heaven. I said, you're talking to the right guy. I said, let me build you a kit. The podcast is called, the old podcast is called Up and In. The current one is called Chin Music. So this is the current podcast. I'm trying to get a bigger picture of it, but it doesn't have it in here. But it's just called Chin Music. Is what you want to look at. It's from Fangraphs. Chin Music. So the reason why I fell in love with the podcast is because Kevin's a big music guy. He's like friends with Steve Albini. He brings on all kinds of crazy musical guests. They play, like they have an independent band they feature every podcast. So like there's this whole, like Kevin and I could be twins. We're like brothers from another mother. So anyway, he said this comment about, I wish I could have a 0.25 pen. And I said, hold that thought. So we hear that one, don't we, Toby? So I got in touch with him. I said, let me put you something together. So this is my kit I built to send to Kevin. So I want to show y'all what I got him. That is not it. That's your chat. All right, first up, I ordered all this stuff from Jet Pens because duh. But so we got to read the cartoon first. All right, we got to read the cartoon. Let me just find a pen. Did someone say they needed a pen? That's kind of telling. That's exactly what I did to Kevin. So Kevin said, I need a finer pen. I said, did you say pen? This is exactly the perfect cartoon for this setup. So I wanted to give him I don't even know which 0.38 millimeter he's using. It's probably either the Pilot G2 or the Uniball Signo RT1, right? So I wanted to get him a batch of pens, including the 0.25 High-Tech C. So this is how I built a micro tip pen tester kit. So this is what I wanted to discuss. So the reason why I didn't just send these pens to his house are because I wanted to write him a note about a few of these pens, especially the Pilot High-Tech C. Like he will see this. He will, are there new Keith Haring collab sneakers? Send me a link. I wanted to write him a note to say, hey, you may think this is the best pen ever when it's working, but I want you to know that sometimes it's not going to work. So, like, I wanted to have some notes in here about some of the pens, right? And I just got him all black, all black ink pens except for one, which I'll say why. And then, where is it? So I got him that, and then I got him the 0.28 and 0.38 Signo DX, because this is my favorite. These are the most consistent, right? Like the 0.28 DX is way more consistent than the Pilot High-Tech C, right? The line's a little bit wider, but when you uncap it, it's going to work. So I have a feeling like this would be kind of right up his alley. Maybe more so than this, but we'll see. So we got those. Oh, and then I got a 0.3 Pilot High-Tech C, because this is my favorite size. I think it writes very, very differently than the 0.25. I want the Pilot High-Tech C 0.25 to be my favorite pen, my favorite High-Tech C. It's just not. It doesn't work well enough all the time. So the 0.3 High-Tech C is my favorite. I wish it was the 2.5 though. Then I mixed in a few other things. This one's just random, but these Klenas come in 0.25, or is this 0.3? Oh, 0.5. They sent me the wrong one. I picked the wrong one. Pentel Energel Klena 0.5. I think they have a 0.3 or 0.25 version of this. But I must have ordered the wrong one. So I'll just keep that one for myself. He won't like that one. Then I got the Sarasa Clip 0.3, of course. Truck 30. That is loud. And then I got him the same pen in green, because this is the color of their website and the color of the podcast, Fangraphs green. Yeah, that was probably like a logging truck or something like that. I don't know. It was a big truck. And then I mixed in a couple of fine point ballpoints. This Tombow Mono that I reviewed a while back is such a good pen. These are 0.38 ballpoints, which write, probably like a 0.28, 0.25. So I got him that to test. And then, of course, I threw in the Jetstream Edge 0.28. Like, this pen is like one of my favorite pens because of how fine it writes. I actually sent him a link to me writing with this pen. No juice up in 03? Nah. I figured the bases were pretty covered here. Like, what are we gonna get different with the juice up? I love the juice up, but like I don't know that we're gonna get anything different. So yeah. So this would be like a great scorebook pen, right? So like that was the idea behind all of these. Now, Sleechy, I wasn't gonna send like that's why I tried to get the Klena in the 0.3 as the Sleechy option. But I don't like the Sleechy barrel, so I rarely recommend it, but I think the refill is great. So that's what I tried to do here to get something comparable, but I failed in that mission. So he's going to use most of these pens on like scorebooks. The Acroball 03, I couldn't find it. Does JetPens have them? I don't even have the Acroball 3 yet. I want it. But not even I have that yet. Do they have them available? If so, I will order some for myself. So yeah, these are going to be mostly used on non-standard paper or on standard paper, like copy paper. Got one off JetPens? Okay, I need to go order some. So most of these will work well on any type of paper, but I did include a few paper types. So Kevin is also, aside from being like a baseball lifer, he is a big sumo fan. So I got him a bunch of Japanese papers, Japanese pens, Japanese papers to test out. So I got the Little Life notebook again with the green for the Fangraphs green. We got the notebook, what is this, Tsubame, or is this Apica? I think this one is Apica, right? Doesn't even say. But it says CB on it. So I don't know if he likes line, grid, graph. So I just got lined, grid, and then blank. So I got him a few different like paper styles. This is the Moorman Nemesine, just the A5 standard notebook. Just something to test these pens in, right? So long story short, I wanted to build a micro pen kit for a friend. This is what I came up with. He may like them, he may not, but I think he'll at least like a couple of the gel pens. Like maybe the Sarasa clip is might be the go-to, but we'll see. So yeah, that's what I did. I built all this to to send out to Kevin Goldstein. So there you go. That's how I build a micro tip pen kit for someone else to test. There, yeah. So like all that, how much did I spend? That's all I bought on this. Oh man, there's no price on here. So let's see. Needs a SMAN to put it all into. I probably should send them in like a case of some kind. I didn't think about that. A SMAN would have been great. Do I have any? Well, if I order some Acroballs, maybe I'll order a SMAN. Like, how much do you think all this costs? I wanna know how much I spent on this. Do you think it's $50? I don't know that it is. So they don't list it on there. Hey, Momo Crafting. Only if you only knew a case guy, right? So let me see. Yeah, because I tried to keep it inexpensive with the paper too, right? Because the pens aren't that much. Let's see. $56.76. So yeah, let's say $50 because I'm throwing out this one pen. So about $50. I put together like kind of an everything kit. Like they would, if they like some of the things, like there would never be a need to like buy anything else. Figure out what you like, you know, something I can at least give back to him for like over 2 decades of awesome content. So yeah, I thought that would be a fun thing to do. So I'll let you know the results. And he said I should come on the podcast one day, and I said your fans would riot, his listeners would riot. So I don't know if that'll happen, but if it does, I will let you know. We will talk about pens. So yeah, what pen is that on the far left in the plastic box? It is the Jetstream Edge. So it's a .28 Jetstream with like an aluminum barrel. That's just really nice. Yeah, so that was $56, and this I think was 15 or 16 of that. Like just this one pen is like $15 or $16. You take this pen out, then all of a sudden you have a $40, less than $40 kit, right? 3 notebooks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 notebooks and 7 pens, less than $40. Yeah, because this one's expensive. But I wanted to give him that one because I think it might be right up his alley. So I will send that off to him and I will let you know. But I got to write a note for him first. He's going to get a letter before any of y'all do. But it's not really a letter. It's a description. We won't count that as a letter. All right. Let's give something away. We can't give away anything I just opened because I got to send these off. What can we give away today, chat? And then I'm going to wrap it up here soon. We got shipping to do. Jetstream Edge multi-pen is so good. I need to try that one. I sent that one to Jeff. I don't know if I would get on with it. Like, I get the idea. Like, Head Full of Ideas is saying. Brad, are you doing anything for NaNoWriMo this year? Give away Alan's half letter. That's actually pretty funny. I've talked about doing some NaNoWriMo stuff. How many days do I have left? I haven't committed. Like, this knock thing is burying me. But I don't know. I should just commit to it and do something. Pay a kid to help with shipping? Yeah, exactly. It doesn't go that much faster with 2 people, though. Knock will rise from the ashes. I have no intention of bringing it back from the ashes. Hire Max. Yeah, come on, Max. Max is the shipping traveler. He's the hired gun for shipping. The problem with Knock shipping is I still inspect every case. Like I really look at each case. I'm touching pretty much each case and doing something to it, either just like trimming off some loose threads or kind of fine tuning the edges and everything like that. So almost no one can do it but me, which is one of the problems, right? Like it's so much work. That's one of the problems. What is the pen for use this week? The Edison Herald in the Orion Nebula. My Knock order should be here Friday. You exceeded my shipping expectations. Well, you must have gotten in first. I've only shipped like 100 and something orders. I've shipped maybe 120 orders so far, and there was well over 700. So it's going to be a long time before I get done. So there you go. Has the giveaway for the plotter system already gone out to Panatic members? It was in last week. It was in the most recent newsletter. You just got to scroll down to the giveaway section. I'm going to do a clean your house month. Nice. Only 120 orders. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. But like compared to how many I actually have to fill, it's not, it's like 15%, something like that. If I buy a case, can you autograph it? Sure. Just leave me a note. Yeah, I know there are things that they can do. Like Tyler can do some of the things. He's actually mostly trained for something. If you do something for Nano, which notebook will you use? That's the only question. Like if I do something, that's the one question I have not answered yet. Because it will be a fresh notebook. I really need to put some thought into this. Bring the kids in for shipping? Yeah, I do. And Tyler's really good at picking and pulling and sealing, and I do the inspection. So it would go a little bit faster with him. Can Toby autograph it? Probably. He hates when you mess with his feet, though. Circling back to baseball, do you have a favorite scorebook? I use the EFIS League one and sometimes the Halfliner, the EFIS League Halfliner. They're like fancy scorebooks, but they're pretty simple too. So Kevin Goldstein uses the I don't know. There's a famous scorebook that a lot of broadcasters use. A lot of broadcasters make their own sheets and get them printed into a book. This one was someone's scorebook that's gone around like a lot of broadcasting booths, and he has like a printed copy of that. So it has a little bit more. It's pretty simple and it has a few basics. But the EFIS League ones I use are like the fancy ones, but they're simple and nice and enjoyable to use and good paper. And the woman who designs them is a designer. I forget who she's working for now. Her name's Bethany Heck. Bob Carpenter's scorebook. Yes, thank you, Power Belly. He uses Bob Carpenter's scorebook. That's exactly right. So Bethany Heck is a designer. She's worked for a bunch of people, went to Auburn, so she's super cool. Did you order a Peekaboo yet? No, I'm not going to order one. I don't need it. If I needed it, I would, but yeah. Trying to think who Bethany was designing for. But the EFIS League started as a Kickstarter project probably like 10 years ago. And so she's still making notebooks there. All right, let me find something to give away. I think I put some old field notes in here. Oh, how about this? This isn't in old field notes. This is one of the cooler Write notepads. Let me show you this. Let's give this away today. God dang it. What's the name of this edition? This is the one they did with the wood stamping, the wood block stamping. One of the best editions ever. So that's all this black stamping on here. I'm not going to open it. So it's a bunch of black wood stamps, fingerprints. Yeah, so it's like a bigger than a dowel like wood block stamped. Someone can find the link in there. I'll pull it up here. And then it's a white cover, black stamps all over, and then a singular red one. That's why the red dot here is on the front. One of probably my favorite editions ever. This one's from 2017. This was in a box that I found the other day. They're cool. I'm gonna find the link for it, and then we'll give it away. I think for Nano this year, I'm going to do something similar to what I did for the Inktober. 31 one-word prompts, but this time each word is a chapter. I love that. That's a great idea, Galantium. All right, here's the link. Fingerprints edition. Do they have... Okay, so this is what the covers look like. So they're all like... It's like a block print, right? Stamped around, and then with the singular red dot on there. This is just amazing. How's the Pilot Explorer working with the new fill? Great. It fits perfectly. I'm shocked. The stamp pattern taken from the ends of wooden dowels, showcased in black to accentuate the fingerprint, with the rogue red stamp to go against the grain. So yeah, really, 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 really great addition. So. And didn't they do something where there was like an extra... like hand stamped one? Am I misremembering? Like there was like a singular copy of this that had like paint on it, like had like the real paint on it, or am I just completely misremembering that? What's the paper in this? 80-pound cover stock. Oh, excuse me. That's the cover. Duh. 70-pound paper stock. Whatever they use, you feel like some of them are stamped harder than others. Whatever Write Notepads uses is very fountain pen friendly. I have definitely used the fountain pens with them, including like the Pinac ones. All right, see you, Galantium. Do you want to get in this raffle? I'll start the raffle. The paper is good paper. I like that. All right, let's give this away. Did that open? Okay. Exclamation. Same as in the Pen Addict notebooks. It should be. I don't think they've changed their interior paper, right? I think the interior paper has been the same the whole time, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. But yes, I'm assuming it's the same paper because I asked for the good paper. The good fountain pen friendly paper, so yeah. That spoke icon in blue looks sharp. Yeah, I got to build this. I built this one for me to ink up. So it's the cyan, the silver aluminum, shiny titanium groove grip. I don't have it inked up yet, though. So I brought it in here to ink up. They updated their paper once. It was good before and even better afterwards. Yeah, I think that was a pretty long time ago, though, right? So yeah, this is on the to be inked list at some point. Devil's Kitchen I have in the pen that I'm using this week. It's amazing. So in the Newton Orion. Edison Newark Orion. Jeez. Oh, that's true, Evan. These are 4-year-old notebooks. Jeez. All right, let's see what we're doing here today. That Edison looked good with the gray clip. I don't know that I'd want a painted clip, because painted clips just seem like ripe for chipping to me, right? Like they gotta be chipping. Called out. Who got called out? Did I get called out? No, like dark silver. Oh, like the why do I hear myself? Um, what's it called? Ruthenium, like the ruthenium hardware. I could see that. I have an Harushi clip, so does Alan Shutko. Does that make y'all nervous? The Harushi clips can look so nice. Yeah, but do you take it out of the house? Like, are you careful with it or no? All right, where's my giveaway? Let's give these away. Galantium's got to go to class. Pick a winner. Panda Veej. That name cracks me up every time. Panda Veej. Congratulations. Makes me no more nervous than having a Macaque pen in general. I guess that's true, right? I guess that is true. Fair point. Point taken. Another underscore. Is that the rule? You have to have an underscore in your name to win? Are you there, Panda Beach? Did you reply? Oh, there you are. All right, you got to email me. You've emailed me before. I'm pretty sure. Second time winner, at least. Email me, hello@penaddict.com. I don't know. Rattler Jen seems to think underscores have an unfair advantage right now. What do y'all think? All I know is I get to write Panda Veej on this note, and I'm pretty happy about it. Panda Veej. And I'm probably saying it wrong. But I like Panda Veej. Is that 2 wins in 2 weeks? You're thinking of someone else. Panda has won before, but it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit. Thunder Viking give me a 0 for a 0 win gang. Give me a type of 0 in the chat. I need a 0 in the chat for the 0 win gang. Man, that's some long-term names here that have always pulled the 0. Man, that's crazy. Crazy. Man, that's wild. All right, so what we're going to do today, we have rated Celery Men before, and they were doing Legos, right? They were doing the Lego typewriter. So I've been following them, and they popped up today. You know what they're doing, which is what we talked about for NaNoWriMo? They're handwriting Lord of the Rings. So they just went live. So we're about to see what's going to happen here. Start for VJ? I figured it was Veej. So we are going... apparently so. There's someone on YouTube doing it too. If I do NaNoWriMo, I promise you I'm not copying Lord of the Rings. I will copy something else. I just haven't figured it out yet. We got to do that, right? God dang it, I keep hitting the wrong list. So we're going to go see what Celery Men's up to and watch them handwrite this book. Sorry for all the random noises coming in here. Too many sounds. There we go. All right. I am not brave enough to pick like 1,000-page books. All right, y'all have an awesome day. We'll be back tomorrow. I got a podcast tomorrow. Got some fun stuff to talk about. I got shipping to do. All right. We'll talk to y'all in a bit. I'll be hanging out over here with Celery Men as they go through this, because I want to see how they're going to accomplish this. If they've started yet or not, I don't know. So we're going to figure this out. All right. Bye. Be awesome.